Now, 200 quid doesn't get you a lot these days, and to be honest, with prices rising, it can barely even get you a full tank of diesel. So you'd be forgiven for thinking that asking for a full brolly system for under 200 quid is a bit of a tall order. But that's where this Corus RX Brolly System really comes into its own. So let's strip it right back to the start, show you exactly what you get for your money, which is $199.99, and then show you how easy it is to put up, how much room you've got inside, and just why you need one. Let's get into it. Okay, so that is everything stripped back to basics, and this is how everything would come out the bag. Now, the bag itself is nice and oversized, so you can fit everything in it without too much of a struggle. But starting from my left, you've got the brolly itself. We'll come on to how it sets up in a little bit. You've got a couple of storm poles, and straight away, even though this is a very, very cheap brolly for the whole system, you can see that it's been thought out. So there's a little section here which will then connect to another pole, which then sets up the front of the brolly. So you've got your nice peak and it holds its shape. Again, that will be explained a bit better when we come to the setup. But just something else about them, they're not just generic black poles where they've looked on an order book and gone, yep, they do, they fit the bill. They're in a nice green that matches everything. So even though, yes, this is very cheap and you get a lot for your money, it's still been thought out and there's still a bit of innovation gone into it. So yeah, really nice. When it comes to storm poles, you've also got obviously screw threads and things like that, so you can actually screw them into the ground to keep it even more stable than it is. You've then got this little pole here. Like I say, this will connect together and that will form the little peak that then sits into the storm poles. You've got a bag of pegs, and they are heavy duty pegs, which is a nice little addition. Or a lot of cheaper brolly systems and bivvies come with them horrible spindly pegs that you try and put in the ground once and they bend. There's also a couple of spares as well, so you've got more than enough pegs. You've got a full front infill panel with different options. Again, once it's set up, we come into the different options. You've got a lightweight ground sheet, which is fully waterproof. You don't need a heavy duty ground sheet on this sort of system. That's not what it's designed for. The idea of this is to be nice and lightweight and obviously keeping the price down. You've also got, now I've said it was a full system, it also comes with an inner skin as well. So again, when it's set up, we'll explain that a bit more, but yeah, it really is a full system. And if I'm completely honest, there's going to be a few manufacturers out there thinking, this is a bit of competition here. So let's get this set up. I'll show you how easy it is. To be honest, if you've set up a brolly before, then you know exactly how to set this up. But there is something nice about this one as well, because a lot of brollies you set up and then it's going to be flapping around everywhere because you need to put your storm poles in to give it any sort of rigidity. But with this, you can set it up, and there's actually a couple of side poles that are built into this. So it means that it's freestanding from the moment that you go like that, like your normal brolly system. Now that probably looks a bit weird on camera, so let's not go through that again. But if you do get caught short, if you're setting up in the rain and you just want to keep your stuff dry, you can literally put this up and it will be freestanding from the moment you've gone. So let's show you how to do that now. Okay, so I've moved the front out of the way, moved the ground sheet out of the way, and I've moved the inner skin out of the way, just because I want to show you how quick and easy it is to pop this up as a brolly itself. I mean, you can leave the front and the inner capsule on if you want to, but just for ease of showing it, I've taken that out and taken it out of the way. So like I say, if you've set up a brolly before, this will set up in a very similar way, where you've got a pole that runs down the middle, you push the main mechanism up to the top around here, and then it will click into place. Now, once you've done that, you've got two options. If you want to, you can leave the main pole in, and then that's what will give you the freestanding technique. So if it's a case of just getting stuff under when it's raining, that's going to be your best option, and then you can set up around it. Or if you are just setting up for a session, then it's going to be easier to remove that pole, and then you can start adding storm poles. So I'll show you what I mean by this. So you want to grab the pole in the middle, push through, and then that is job done. So if I put that down now, that is completely freestanding. So if you want to get all your stuff under whilst it's raining, keep it dry, and then go around and set it up, then you can do. The next stage really is you just want to add these storm poles in. This will help give it a little bit of shape. So there are little screw bits just in here, which is always easier to do off camera because you're not trying to rush it. But once that takes hold, there you go, you can screw that in. It's one side done. Move over to the other side and just get that screwed in. Now at the next stage, which is probably easiest, is to get the pegs in place. So it's easiest to start from the back two, because you've then got something to work against, and then you can pull everything tight going forward. So I'll speed this bit up quickly whilst I do the pegs. There you go. Once you've done the pegs, simply a case of getting the storm poles in place, which follow the line of the material, and then you can add the tension there. That's one in place. That one's fairly tensioned anyway. And then you've got these little sleeves just to keep everything nice and neat. Let's do that one as well. And then you want to make sure these little additional bits are on the inside of the frame, because that is where you will then add your extra support, or for your little bit of porch to keep the shape of that. Open up this support pole, and then that just fits nicely into the inside of each of these. And then once you've done that, see, this is what I mean about them. They haven't cut corners, even though they're going in at a really good price point. Even little things like just a little bit of Velcro stitched in here, which then just holds the pole where it should do. There you go, that then Velcro's in there. You've got another bit this side, which you can then bring the pole right to the front. And then there's also a little clip just in the middle, just to hold that in place. And there you go, that is your basic frame. Now it might be a little bit wonky because I've tried to do it quickly, but then once you've done that, simply a case of unscrewing this middle pole. And then there you go, that's perfect for a day shelter, but it's also excellent if you're doing an overnighter and it's in summer months, something like that, then you can get everything you need in there. But like I say, it does come with a front as well, so you can zip that on, and that front actually comes out a bit, so it extends the space that you've got. So I'll show you that now, and I'll get a bed chair in there as well to give you some sort of gauge on size. So let's get the front, get that zipped on, and then we'll get inside and see how much room's actually in there. Right, so I've just put the inner skin on the inside, obviously, that makes sense. But I've also put the full front panel on as well. And the more I'm doing with this brolly, the more it's genuinely impressing me. So let's have a look at the front panel first. As you can see, it's a full panel, but you've also got underneath the door, you've got mozzi mesh as well. So you can completely roll that up if you want to. So you've got a nice big vent basically. So you can get a load of air in, but obviously no bugs when it's the height of summer. So that's really nice. Let's open this up. So you've got multiple ways that you can use this. Like I say, you can roll that front panel up. You've got little toggles here that you can just tie it into, but you can completely roll the front up as well. So for ease of filming, I'm just going to lift that over. But then, like I say, you've got quite a wide door. So you've got loads of room actually when it comes to being in here, looking out. The door's quite high, so once that's actually rolled properly, you've got a good view as well. But it doesn't stop there. You know, you can easily, a couple of pegs out here, and you can roll back these sides, and these actually clip in place. So you've got little fasteners here, as opposed to the little toggles. So they're not going to come undone. Clip that back, do the next one. I will sort that front out properly. So let's quickly roll this front up. So roll that up, clip that in there, pull it tight, and the other side. Clip that in there. And then, like I say, you can just get this side rolled away as well. So then you've got a full open front brolly system, in what, about a minute, something like that, maybe even less than that. So it really is very flexible. And like I say, this front panel completely zips in and out, so you don't have to think that you have to like carry it around with you. So if it is the height of summer and you're wanting just a lightweight shelter that you know you're not going to need the front, then you can completely unzip it and just save a little bit of weight that way. But it's really nice, the versatility and the flexibility that this brolly offers. Now, coming further inside, when we're looking at the inner skin, again, this has impressed me. It's not just like you get on some where it's like a vapor shield where it just coats the top. This goes right down to the bottom, and so it pretty much does cover everything inside. Little touches again where things have been thought out. The little bit that goes around the main block is actually elasticated, so it's not going to slip off. It holds where it should do. There's little pockets inside as well, which are really handy if you want to just slip your phone in there or something like that, because we all have things that we end up just chucking on the floor or something overnight, so you can get your phone and your receiver, your keys, your wallet, and all them things are then the other side of you as well. So from a security point of view, it does help out. But like I say, it's been really well thought out. So it basically clips onto all the ribs, and then around the whole brolly there's little pegging points, so you just put the little toggles through them, and then that holds that. But again, going forwards, I haven't even told you about this yet. On the back of the brolly there is a big vent that you can open, which is covered with mozzi mesh, and on the inside here there's a zip that goes all the way up, so you can completely open that. So it's not a compromise between having the inner skin or a vent. You can have both, so it's the best of both worlds. Now, I'll show you a couple of clips of the rear vent as well, just so you can see that. But I mean, this, for under 200 quid, like I said earlier, there's going to be some manufacturers that are getting a little bit worried. I mean, I can't fault it. It's a very, very cool bit of kit, and there's enough space as well. So I've got my bed chair in here. It's a standard bed chair, but it is quite a chunky one, so it's got a whole sleep system on it and everything like that, so it's quite beefy even though it's a standard. This is pushed near enough to the back. There is a little bit of room if you wanted to store something out the back, but then there's room for bags either side at the front as well. Again, when you've got that front on and it's pegged forward, then that gives you that little bit more room. But in terms of the size, it is about spot on for what you'd need for quick overnighters, for day sessions. You could probably get away with a couple of nights in it as well. So ample room, ample quality. I mean, it's going to be hard to beat. There's a lot of brollies similar to this in around the £300 price bracket, but nothing of this sort of price. So the actual material itself is a 5000mm hydrostatic head, so it's more than enough to keep you dry in whatever this country is going to throw at it. Yeah, I'm very, very impressed. So at the start of the video, you might not have known too much about Corus and the brand itself, but I think it's going to be a brand on the end of everyone's tongue going forward. So yeah, look out for this company. If you like this brolly, then definitely check out their website for a bit more information about it, because it's going to be very, very hard to beat going forward. So thanks for watching this video. Let us know in the comments what you think of this product, and if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of our future uploads. If you get bored in between us posting videos, then obviously we've got loads of social media channels. We've got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, basically anywhere that you might be online, we're there. So make sure you follow us to see more of this sort of content. But overall, good effort, Corus, and I'll see you in the next video.